Hello, everybody. If you are like most people in the country right now, you're scrambling for ways to teach virtually. And one struggle is keeping students organized. One way to help them keep organized, especially in your class, is creating some type of checklist. Now, there's a multitude of programs and resources out there to do that. I want to show you how you could possibly do this in Google Sheets. Now, Google Sheets doesn't get a lot of love because it is a spreadsheet type of program. However, it has some great capabilities like the ability to create checkboxes. So right here, I created a template that I want to show you. And so on my template, I have three different components. One is the assignments. So I organize mine by the day of the week. You can organize yours by, maybe you have 10 tasks for the week. However you want to do it is up to you. Now, one thing that I thought was very helpful is that, our students don't always get what we're trying to talk about. And sometimes when we try to explain it a different way, that works. And sometimes a completely different resource will help as well. So whether you call it scaffold, supports, or learning exits, whatever you call it, that's what I actually include on here. These are supplemental resources for students to be able to access learning. So for example, this was a screencast that I created on fractions. However, maybe they needed more web practice right here on using those screencasts or using fractions. So it's going right there. Now, additional information. This is actually really helpful for students and even parents on where they can go to contact you. Maybe there's additional information that you want to share. I just put down here that I'm going to have office hours between the hours of 1 and 1:30. So feel free to stop in and use the code Bergman1 if you need anything. Also, I put down contact information to get a hold of me because a lot of times students can't just raise their hand and ask a question. So one way you could do that is setting up a, just having students email you. Maybe there's a phone number. Maybe you're using Google Voice, setting up a phone number that way for students to reach you because you don't feel comfortable sharing out your personal information. Whatever it is, I really would have that type of resource there. All right, let's get into the checklist part. How do you actually do it? So I've created this template. Now all I do is go up to the insert menu and I go right here to checkbox. And what's really cool is that we can actually drag all of these down using autofill. And I'll just uncheck that so that we can automatically fill it up. Now, this is what's beautiful about checkboxes on Google Sheets. You can check or uncheck these particular boxes. Now comes the next part. How do you get this to students? Well, there's a couple different ways. If you're a Google Classroom user, you could go right in here. You could go and create an assignment. When you go to create an assignment, okay, so assignment, and click on add, you could go through here and you could actually add the checklist and then make a copy for each student. This will automatically force a copy for each student. Here's the problem with this. It posts it as an assignment for you in Google Classroom. So students may get confused that they have an additional assignment. So you may think, well, you know what? I'm going to go right here to create, and I'm going to add a material, and I'm going to try to do it that way. So I'm going to say, this is my checklist, and I'm going to go right here to add, and I'm going to add from Google Drive, and I'm going to add my, my actual document. Okay, hit add. Guess what? You don't have the ability to make a copy unless it's an assignment. Now, I have a quick trick for you that you can use if you want to force a copy for students. Just create a material right here and click the description part, okay? Now, you may say, well, wait, Matt, why not go to the add part and add a link? I'll share this with you here in just a second. If I go to the description and I paste the link, okay, to this document. So I go up here to share, I say that anyone can view, and I copy that link and I paste it right here. I'm going to go all the way up to the word edit, okay? And then I'm going to delete that and I'm going to type in the word copy, okay? Now, I'm also going to just show you, well, let's hit post. Let's show you how this works. Okay, so when I go right here and I click on this link, guess what? It forces me to make a copy of this particular assignment. This works whether you have another Google Doc that you're sharing this in, whether you're using Schoology, Canvas, any other learning management system, just change the word edit and type in the word copy. Now you may say, well, Matt, in Google Classroom, why can't I just add the material, add it as a link? So go right here, add it as a link, and then paste this in. And once again, delete all the way up to the word edit, and then type in the word copy, and then say add link. Okay, now watch. I'm gonna hit save. Watch what happens. When I open this up, it just creates a view-only copy. Now, if that happened to you, no worries. Students can still make a copy simply by going up, and they can choose make a copy. But once again, that's a very cumbersome process if you're working with kids. So I would recommend that you force them to make a copy so that they have their own personalized copy that they can access.